I will first tell you all, this one I have been waiting for a while now because this is my favorite Batman of all time. I just love the animated series, and when they made it into the figurine in DC Multiverse by Todd McFarlane, I was so pumped. And now I have him in my hands. Boom! That's right, it is Batman Beyond from the DC Multiverse, and boy is this guy cool. He is not the Build-A-Figure Joker one, this is just the single pack with the little, what do you want to call it? Jetpack fire things that come out of his booster boots, pretty much, yeah. Kind of got pumped up for the video, and then I'm stuttering on my words here. But anyways, guys, it is Batman Beyond. Oh my gosh, dude, it's Terry McGinnis. I loved Batman Beyond as a kid. One of my favorite shows. I actually do have the Batmobile from Batman Beyond on display, so this is going to be really cool right next to it. Oh, man, I'm just really pumped about this. So, of course, we have Batman Beyond here with the Batarang. Of course, you can't really sell it because of the price tag, because he was just actually about to be put on the shelf. Does come out with interchangeable hands, and of course the rocket booster effects on the side. We have Batman Beyond on the side of the packaging here, and of course you have him in the back of the card flying in midair. And one thing I do like about this is I wish more companies did, kind of like what McFarlane has been doing, is actually displaying the figures on the card. I rather have these of the figurine cards than the actual like inspiration cards that we got going on here. But anyway, he's got the Flash and Grodd from Injustice 2, Gods Among Us, Bizarro, John Stewart, and the Nightwing from Death in the Family, Evil Joker edition. Of course, this box does have a few dings here, blah, 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 pretty much on all the top. 22 points of articulation. But guys, without further ado, let's get him cracked open. Oh my god. Dude, this guy is so cool. Oh, it was like, I couldn't. Oh my goodness, dude. I just love this Batman Beyond figure. Oh, dude, so cool. Okay, so granted, his paint applications are very minimum. He is just solid black. A little bit of polished black right there on his gauntlets. And some red, and of course silver, and a little bit of white in the eyes to accent the eyes there, but everything else is just pretty much a flat matte black. But what makes him cool is that he's Batman Beyond, dude. Like, that was his costume, and right off the bat you can definitely tell it is Batman Beyond. Really cool, dude. I definitely dig everything about him right now. The only thing that gets me is, of course, in the Batman animated series, of course, you really couldn't tell about he had a face below the eyes. But on here, you definitely tell that he has a face sculpt there. So definitely a little bit different. But of course, he still looks very futuristic. Of course, here he has the little there here that breaks off the face. I really do dig that, how he's a futuristic Batman still, of course. This is when Bruce Wayne pretty much ends the mantle as being Batman. So what you see here is definitely interesting. All very flat black, but a little bit of silver into it. Definitely a little polished black on the gauntlets there. Pretty sharp on the gauntlets too for the design. So he does come with 2 blades there, but he comes with a third right here. I like how they kind of make it into a third one with that little hook there. But I'll get to that later, what that's actually used for. And of course the hands are like little claw nails, so he can grapple kind of against the walls and glide off his little glider that he has on his back here. Of course, he looks like Catwoman right now. Of course, he has the Batman belt, all black, a little bit of all red, a little bit of silver in there. And of course, nothing really too crazy else going on here, sculpt-wise. Just the face is pretty darn. Just love the head sculpt. That's pretty good. I definitely dig that. But my favorite part of all is the bat wings, because they are gliders. So what's cool is they're pretty darn stiff, so they're pretty sturable. Of course, it goes all the way 360 there, which is definitely interesting. I wanted to try to take it out, but I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit and risk that. But anywho's, These little hooks here, all you got to do is hook them to the back of here like so and stick him in there. And of course, there he is. He's in a really cool glider pose for all you, and it really does articulate very well with him, putting it all the way down. It's still hooked up in the back there, as you can tell. So pretty good posable wise for the glider wings hooked up to the back of the gauntlet little hook thing that we got going on. So McFarlane, you outdid yourself on Batman Beyond. Really cool. I really dig that. Just look at that. Oh my goodness, man. I cannot get over this figure that we have right now in front of our hands. Just love it. Batman Beyond. When I saw him, I was like, dude, I'd rather him over Bizarro or Infected Superman or even Damian Wayne, dude. Terry McGinnis is where it's at. Like, he was not a Robin. He just went straight up to becoming Batman. And he does kind of have a little bit of trouble staying on his own. Of course, just like every other DC multiverse figure that we got, he does have 22 points of articulations. So without further ado, guys, let's get down to it and see how many actually articulations work for Batman Beyond. Head can look up. Decent size amount, I guess. He can look down pretty darn far. So definitely good posable there. His arms go 360, and he does have this little, pretty much another little joint inside there. I don't know what that one would be called yet. The armpit joint, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. It does have a bicep swivel that does go 360. Double jointed elbows, my favorite thing. Does not move at the gauntlet area at all. The wrist does go 360 and side to side. He does have a little bit of ab crunch there, maybe a little bit, and does have a waist swivel. Still kind of stiff from being out in the packaging. Legs can go out this far and go back. Hello, let's just move this cape out of the way here. And goes back. Oh man, goes back actually pretty good, decent amount. Double jointed knees. Do dig that. No thigh swivel or calf swivels. Does have a ankle swivel that we got there. And of course can go 360. And then of course, just like all the other ones, we got the little ting toe pivot there. It's actually a pretty big one, dude. That's really weird. Like, he looks like a jester just ready to go out and about. But anywho's, guys, this Batman is pretty darn wicked. And I have the cape upside down. There we go. Let's see if he'll stand like that for us while we show off his accessories. Come on now. Work with me here. Come on, Terry McGinnis. All right, cool. So just like every other one, we also get the trading card. This one was actually really easier to open up because it had a flight stand with him. But, of course, this is Terrence, or Terry McGinnis, as we all like to call him. Of course, blah, 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 blah. His father was killed by foul play. But we also know that if you ever see the Justice League animated series, it was all Amanda Waller's doing because Amanda Waller needed a new Batman. But here's the trading card, of course. Whatever with that. He does come with a batarang. Pretty thick batarang, honestly. Like, look how thick that is. That's a thick boy right there. And it doesn't even look like a... I guess it does look like a decent batarang that he would use. I'd figure we'd get the one that had the... Oh, what is it? Kind of like the... Almost looks like a disc. More than the wing that we always get from Batman. Does come with also 2 flame effects for his feet under down below. Kind of like a jetpack, his jet boots that go off. And he does come with 2 interchangeable hands. Of course, pretty darn decent. But as you can see, these do not have the... see how they're just kind of just regular hands? They don't have the little sharp edges. Because, in the animated series, they turn into like little daggers so you can climb up walls and be more stealthy-like. So that's really cool. I like how they incorporated that. And you can also just fit a batarang in here Just maybe like so. Maybe. Come on now. Work with Ryan here. There we go. Boom. Just like that. That's cool, right? Right on. And then the final thing he does come with is a flight stand. Just your basic flight stand. It just moves down all the way and up half the way. Expands pretty darn far out to here in case you got a big guy. Encloses in case you got a really tiny guy. But really cool. I love this figure. This is probably one of my favorite ones of all time to get out of the DC Multiverse wave. I think probably the next ones I'll truly enjoy will be the Justice League set from Zack Snyder's Justice League movie that was on HBO, because I just loved all the cast members, and the HBO Max version, not the Joss Whedon, because that one went downhill. But guys, without further ado, this has been Double Rhino. I will catch y'all later. Peace.